Hey, Caden, how you doing? How's your day going? Let's go right in here. And then fade this in. Beautiful. I feel like I need to apologize. Let's break this down a little bit. I feel like I need to apologize for that music. It's definitely background music. We're doing Farming Simulator 17 today. The Western Shore 2.0.0.2 dropped. Hey, Ernie. How you doing? Yeah, that music is... It's definitely background music. I don't know that I would want to have that going in the club. Right on. I remember this map. Hey, Fried. How you doing? Oh, that's so cool. It's great to see you all here. I love it when the chat is full straight away. You are awesome. Right, so a couple things. Drama Gaming, what's happening? Oh, no worries. No worries. Catch it on the VOD. Yeah, no worries. So, where to begin? Where to begin? So, first thing is, you probably noticed in the thumbnail. This is a little different. You probably noticed in the thumbnail that we don't have... It's one of the only thumbnails I've ever posted that doesn't have a tractor in it for Farm Sim. And the reason is we've only got 20 grand. We've got... Let's get back here. We've got... where's the bank? Finances, yeah. We've got 20,000 in the bank. We've got a 75,000 pound loan. Right? And we don't own anything. I've not seen too many maps set up like this. I mean, I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with it. Now, we can sell this building here for 200 grand, and I think we're going to have to. I think it makes the most sense. Pardon me. Oh, I love having a dump button when I got to clear my throat. I think we're going to sell this. It's from the Straw Harvest, from the Aerosoft Straw Harvest. I really tried hard to like that mod, because I paid like 18 bucks for it. But it's, I don't know. It's not all that. But you know what? It's like 3 years in the past. I can let it go. So we'll probably sell that building. I think we have to, because we have no... Yeah, we're going to go back here. We have no equipment. This is everything we own. And, I mean, we got to buy fields. I don't know where we want to start. So, well, we'll start there. Let's sell this thing. We'll sell both of these. And in 17, when you sell things, it doesn't destroy the terrain. There you go. So we got 220 grand. Now we got to buy a tractor. And everything in base game is MR. And then for our mods, now if you're new to the channel, or if you found me via FS17, Purbeck Valley, you may begin to notice a theme. And that theme is, let me get over here. That theme is the fast track. And the T-dub. Where is it? And the T-dub. So we may, I know these are all converted to MR, so we could do, we could do the T-dub for 40 grand. That probably makes sense, because if we were to get into, we could do this 5600. Yeah. This is a bone crusher, and then I've done some edits to it myself. We could do this, it's like halfway in between. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. All right, so we can put a front loader on here. We can't put that on the T-dub. And let's go fancy. We'll go with the Allo console. Maximum horsepower is going to be 130. Let's do it. We'll leave it. We'll leave it red. Wheels. Yeah, we'll just leave those. We'll do that. Oh, this is where my German comes in. The Zuberhair. And what is this one? I think this is the console down here. T-dub and Massey 399. Oh, hey, gameplay. Oh, no worries, brother. Just get here when you can. 100 grand. Yeah, I think this makes sense. And then Lemkin, we will be using a lot of the ITS Lemkin tools. So let's throw that console in as well. And I don't know what that, I don't know what that is. It's something. All right, here we go. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Oh. All right. Yep, that looks all right. I think it'll be at home on this map at 130 horsepower. Started at Strumblehead. I think I might go... hang on. I'll bring the map up here. Okay, because last time around... And can you see my cursor? I think you can. Last time around, we started on Bramble Lane with the dairy, and then we extended out to the pigs. Well, no, I'm sorry. We extended out up northwest to the Seaview wool, and then we got the pigs going, and the pigs are what... That turned it around. We started making money, hand over fist. I think we're going to stay to the east side of the map today. So I think right down here... and is it... There'll be a sign when we get up front. In fact, we can teleport just to take a look. But if we go out to the road entrance, there should be a little sign here telling us what farm this is. This is the Hatton Farm. I think we may go with the Hatton Farm to start with. Oh, that's cool. And I think the level of detail that Bullet Bill puts into these maps, I would assume that the little silhouettes of cows there is a good indication that this is a dairy. I don't think that's just ornamental. I could be wrong. But I think if you were scouting out the map, right, this would be a dairy. Okay, so let's think about this. And what's the other one I was looking at? Is it right down here? Is it this one? Used that one last time. I think I stayed, in hindsight, too much to the center of the map. I wish I would have expanded out a little bit. Let's see what our sign looks like when we get out here to the road. The Trésor Farm. Trésor? Trésorerie? Trésor? This has some potential. Let's just stay to the east side. Yeah, let's focus on these three, because I know this is dairy right here. And this is dairy here, and this is dairy... Oh, we don't know if this is dairy yet. Okay, so let's start here. Let's go right here. So... Chicken farm down south? You know, okay. So that is... Oh, pardon me, sir. So what he puts on the sign is what kind of farm it is. That's a nice detail. That is a very nice detail. Okay, so having that in mind, then we need to decide what fields we want to buy. So let's, again... No, let's not teleport anymore. Let's hop back in our 5600. And we are on track IR. And we do have handbrake running and DEF and a bunch of other things running. So we'll let our brakes load up some air. Do we want to get a weight for this thing? And do we want to haul anything down to the farm before we get started? Yeah, let's do. Before we drive all the way over there, let's just assume we're going to do what we always do. And that is going to be fertilize first and then start cultivating. So if we get some good weights here. It's a nice one right there. 2,500. Oh my goodness. Why is everything so expensive? And then we need a... menus are a little different, I have to say. A little different than 19. 24 grand. We will lease this. We're not gonna buy it. What's the capacity? 3,200. So then we will go back here to pallets. Let's see if there's a 3,000 liter big bag. 2,000. But I think that's the value right there. All right. So let's buy that and let's take a brake off. Brake is off. I love that mod. And where is everything? There's that thing. Let's put this on first. Are we in the trigger? We are. A little different than 19. It may take me a minute to refamiliarize myself with this, but not too bad so far. All right. So right back in here. That, and then fill that. All right. And I really... yeah, we've driven to the VGA. We'll be able to find our way, but I really haven't spent a lot of time on that southern part of the map at all. This yard is the first thing I'm noticing that's different. And are we... There we go. It's going to be a lot easier to get in and out with big equipment. Or, well, big for this map. And you know what? I'm so curious about this map. Before we go any further, let's head down here and take a look at the water. This has got to be one of the most involving maps that I've ever played as far as hauling things out to the farms. That you have to haul water and fuel out there. And I think there were some seed storage and fertilizer storage. Maybe I could be wrong about this. This looks really similar. I think this is the same. Yeah. All right, we're on our way. Let's take a spin through town while we're down this way. Just to see what's different. So I'm concentrating a little bit. There's the Crumble Museum. There's Nathan's building. Trains on this map are fantastic with the crossings. Super, super well done. The whole map is well done. If you're not familiar with it, or if you haven't heard me go on and on about it, this is the best farm sim map that I've ever played. Hang on. That looks new. It's the best map I've ever played. It's perfect, for lack of a better word. I think it is. I think it might be. It is. To me, it's like the highest evolution of a farm sim map. I don't know what could be better than the things that are on this map. Yeah, it's amazing. And it plays fast. It plays really, really fast. I have been on maps a lot less detailed with a lot less stuff that didn't play nearly as fast as this. Very smooth. And we are using SkySwap and the add-on pack for SkySwap. We're also using, I manually put in the textures, the Frontier Design textures. And we're using Crops Manager. Well, we're not using it yet, but on Simply Safe, it recommended that you use that. And, oh, you know what? I forgot to put a link in... I forgot to put a link in the description to Simply Safe. But I think that would be the preferred download point for this map. It will inevitably pop up elsewhere, but I think that's the place you want to get it. I don't know if it's by design or by default, if it just worked out that way. Unknown. But I feel like the base game maps, I don't want to say they feel fake, but they don't seem very realistic. And this style of map is, what's most impressive to me is that it really feels realistic. Yeah, there were 3, were there not? I think there's 3 folders in there. I've only seen a couple so far. It looks like the yard is different. And, well, there's no equipment. You start with 0 equipment and 20 grand. So I activated Straw Harvest add-on before I created this save game. And that installs the building. I was able to sell that for 200 grand. So we sort of, I mean, I wouldn't say we cheated, but if you're not running Straw Harvest, you're starting down 200 grand. And I think this is the turn I always miss down here. Yeah, this is amazing. The sight lines and the things he does to conserve FPS, you can see as far as you can on this map. Did you really? I had completely forgotten. Hang on, I need to take a look here. Where are we going? Going there. Yep. Did you start with any equipment, though? Because this feels like a really rough start. I will make the most of it. Left? Okay. Yeah, this feels like a rough start. And we'll see. I want to say the fields are fairly affordable. And we've got 110. No equipment. Wow, I'd completely forgotten that. All right, so this is our farm. I see, looks like a back entrance there. I mean, what do we want to do? You know what we could do? You know what we could do? It's right in here. You know what we could do? That's a pit right there. Yep, that's a pit right there. Hang on, let's think about something. Brake. Love it. Engine off. Here we go. You know what we could do? Is we could start by buying animals. Wait a minute. Stream health is good. All right. Every time I look over and my preview is frozen, I get a little bit gripped. All right. So let's restart the preview because I can't see what I'm doing right now. You know what we could do? I'm not going to buy them here, but let's find an animal trigger, which I think is right here. Let's find an animal trigger and see what cows are going for. Oh my goodness. 5 grand. So we could buy 10 cows. We could buy 10 cows. Oh, but they won't start making milk. Son of a... This is rough. This is really, really rough. I was thinking we could buy cows, but they won't start making milk till next spring. Huh. All right, let's see what some field prices are. So if we bring this back up. So right up here. Fields were reasonable. Fields were not reasonable. 10 grand. Okay. That's the... But that one's 50. Well, it's a lot bigger. And then 100 is... I think there may be an edit in the Geomod. Oh, and I want to say they didn't last time, but honestly I can't remember. But I want to say the dairy did not start producing straight away. It was until the following spring. They were making poo though, and that has some value. All right, let's see what this one is, because this would give us... Wait a minute. It's field 100. Okay. So field 100 is arable. That would be... But they will in summer? Okay, so they'll start 6 days from now. 6 game days from now. Because what I was thinking is if we buy 10 cows, that's 50 grand. Right? And then we... bring down food, because we could do that. We've got big bag. Yeah, we've got cow food. And we could buy some straw bales. So basically we could get the dairy going without owning any fields. But I don't know how long it would take. Stream health is good. No dropped frames. Yeah, I don't think it's on my end, but I'll keep an eye on it. We'll see how it goes. So we could get the dairy going without buying any fields. But the problem is I don't know how long it would take our cows making milk to give us enough money to... I mean, first off, they'd have to pay for themselves. And then they'd have to make us enough money to buy fields. Man, what do you want to do? Let's see how high we can take our loan, because we can just pay it straight back. So if we go here... Oh, that's maxed. What? What? Okay, there it goes. I was tripping out. I thought that was the most we could have was 75. Okay, so we can take it up to 300. That'll give us 335. Take it to 250 and leave a little cushion in there. And let's do this. Let's buy this little grass field. No, I'm not even going to mess with it. Let's buy this big grass field right here. Right? So we'll buy that. All right. That's us now. And then we'll go down here and we'll buy this arable field for wheat so we can make straw for the animals so we don't have to keep buying it. All right. I don't know, man. This is a little dicey. And all we've got is a 5600. I seem to remember the start not being quite as rough last time, but it's possible that I just spaced it. All right. So that is... And now this one. All right. So we've got 2 fields. Let's get those fertilized. We'll drop the spreader. And then we will go buy some animals. Yeah. I think that's a plan. I mean, it's not a good plan. But it's a plan. And I did bump the time to 5x. So we'll see how far we get today. Now, next question. I haven't spent any time down here, so is there a back way to get up to that field we just bought? I don't think through here. Stand by. I don't think through there. No, we'll just go around. We got to keep things moving here. I'll go around. And I think this 5600 will tow an animal trailer. I think so. Close that. I think I drove up here with that thing open the whole time. All right. Back it up. Back it up. Right out here. Can't see anything with the spreader on. Carefully. All right. Yeah, absolutely no frame rate problems at all. And I also noticed the game, I didn't have to go around the map several times for everything to load. It seemed like it loaded up really quick. As far as textures and, you know, there was no stutter as we were heading around the map for the first time. All right, so let's head up top. Oh, that's right. This is a small, tight UK-style map, but it's got gigantic fields. And I did... okay. So these all do connect internally. All right, good to know. I did load up the Ropa pack, which I'll probably turn off for this save game. I turned it on just out of habit, but I don't think we'll need any of that. I turned on Modern Classics. We may use some of those. And I turned on Straw Harvest and what was the other DLC? Oh, the Coon Pack for 17. I turned that on as well. So what I'll probably do is disable some of that stuff as we get rolling. But for now, it's all activated. All right. And I'm going to, let me go third person just briefly because I want to see if this thing actually accepts fertilizer. Yep. And it does. Okay. So we'll hop back in here, slow this down. Uh, 11? 10? Cruise control, what are you doing, buddy? Easy Pete's, come on now. And then I think if we just head back up that way, this is going to be tricky to do in cab, but I think we can do it. So turn that off. Back on. And then right back up this way. Okay. So we'll get this done. We'll go do our grass. And then we will head down to buy some animals. Get them all situated. Well, let's buy some food first. We'll buy some food and some straw bales. We'll bring all that up on a trailer. Get it unloaded. Oh, we need to bring water too. Oh, bullet bill. So we're going to be making a lot of trips back and forth to the store. Fortunately, it's not too far. But we'll bring up water, food, and straw for the cows. Then we'll go buy 10 of them, or however many we can fit in the trailer. Get them going, and then finish up probably by getting a cultivator going on this field. Because once we get fertilizer into our grass field, there won't be anything else we need to do to it till it grows a little bit. Right about here somewhere. I've got a GPS aerial on this tractor, so technically we could be using GPS mod. I feel like maybe we should. I don't even know where I'm going anymore. We'll take a look when we're done and see what I missed. All right, and what else? What else? Yeah. I'm baffled by the cruise control right now. It's got a mind of its own. What else? What else do we need to remember on this map? I am curious about that crop manager. And in fact, before we start getting too far into this field, we may want to turn that on or open the menu up and see what it's all about. So right there. Yeah, as big as this map is, as like those sight lines, I don't know if you saw it, just went behind the mirror, but there's a car over there on like that. Yeah, there's a little car going across the top of that hill. You can see forever on this map, but we're at 50 FPS. I don't know how he does it. Bed's a genius. Yeah, when you're on a map like this, at least for me, I feel like I am someplace. You know, when I'm in a base game map, and they're fun in their own way, but they're, you know, I feel like I'm playing a video game when I'm on a base game map. And maybe that's the effect they were going for. Unknown. But on a map like this, it feels like you're in a place. It's very, very cool. And SkySwap mod is, I don't find it has any real impact on FPS. And that's free as well via Simply Safe. All right, that was pretty sloppy, I have to say. But let's see how we did. So we go here, break, and let's take a look. Just a little bit. So right back up here and then across the top. All right, I can do that. So like right about here. With these irregular fields, I'm always, even with the GPS, I don't know where to go. And then right up here, and I think it was right about, right about here. Was it not? Yep. All right, so that is done. Is it not? Yep, close enough. So we'll get this thing going on the grass field. I'm going to do that third person. That was a little questionable, what we just did. I try to be more realistic, more detailed than that, but got a little bit wild. So we'll do this third person. Right in here. That's better. All right. I think that's the way to go. I mean, it's going to depend on when the cows start making milk, and it's been so long, and there've been some games in between. I honestly can't remember when it was that our dairy started producing milk. So if it is straight away, great. And if it's not till next spring, then we got problems. But the cows will be making manure the whole time, and that'll save us some money. And we will have everything teed up for next spring. It'll just be a question of surviving till then. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I edited this tractor and I did throw GPS on it. I threw the little GPS dome on it for just that reason, right? So we could say it's been retrofitted. And we could use a GPS mod when we're in it. So we're running more realistic. We're not running gearbox. And I feel like the tractor is just really trying to get away from us. Kind of slipping and sliding. Interesting. Yeah, perspective is tricky, and I don't know if this game will ever be full VR. I don't know if I want it to be. I don't know if it would ever be full VR, and I don't know if that would make any difference. I know when I'm in cab, square up that end right there. When I'm in cab, right, like I can lift up and, peek around, but I don't know that that is really super helpful with the front loader. It's like there's nothing quite the same as real life as far as the perspective that you need to do tasks like that. But yeah, I feel like our cruise control is not holding us on hills. As soon as we start descending a hill, it just accelerates really drastically. Not a big deal. We'll sort it out. All right, so there is that. All right. And then back up here. I'm going to keep this. No, let's not. I was thinking we could keep this spreader because it does have some fertilizer in it, and we won't be able to empty it because we're not in 19. But I think that what we would spend to keep it overnight would exceed the cost of any savings from keeping the fertilizer that's in there. However, I do want to keep it for the afternoon because after we get up here, after we get that other field cultivated, we can put a second layer of fert on it. Cultivate it? Let's plow it, right? We've got the Coon DLC, so we can use the subsoiler. Let's plow it and get the extra 10% for that as well. All right. Bring this back up. I think we'll have enough fertilizer in here. We'll be able to do that field again because we started with 2,000 and we're really not going through this very quickly, so I think we'll have enough. Try to maintain our speed down this hill. Yeah, true. You lose some of the sight lines. I really don't know how he does it. And I don't know, I've not seen any other map made by any map maker that they're able to sort of pull off the things that he's able to pull off. and even like inventing things, right? The smart hedges, I think, are amazing. Hedges that don't snag every time you get near them with the tractor, but they do stop bales from rolling through, right? What an amazing idea, right? Because if you turn the collision on, hedges are a pain in the ass when you're driving, but if you turn them off, all your bales roll down to the ocean. So what we need is, right? And he figured out a way to do it. Having the tractors sort of despawn when they're in the barn, so they're not rendering. It's amazing. How do you do that? How do you come up with stuff like that? So it's an amazing map. It is. It's Christmas came early. I'm so glad this is here for the end of 2020. And this is one of those mods that, you know, because there were delays. We heard that it was going to be released, probably 6 months ago. Maybe even a little bit before that. Heard that it was going to be released, and then it wasn't. And sometimes when that happens, you know, people are not happy. But I feel like the kind of people that are into this map, it was, you know, just take your time, man. No problem. Just take your time. It'll be done when it's done. I saw Cyberpunk. Who makes that CB Red Square? Who makes Cyberpunk? Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, when the announcement was made that the PlayStation Store was pulling it, their stock dropped 20%, and the company lost $1.8 billion in value. Right. That's what happened to Ubisoft last year with Breakpoint. It's crazy for me to think that the success and failure of a video game could mean a swing of $1.8 billion in the valuation of a corporation. That's amazing. But I mean, it's a business like any other. And if investors feel like you are not going to make as much money this year as you forecast, they get out. So we'll see how that all works out. I can't believe that a game that took 7 years to make decided to rush it at the end. Why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense, right? It's like, I know people have waited 7 years for this game, but they're not going to wait another 2 months. There we go. Done and done. So we'll drop this thing and let's go get a front loader and a flatbed and some cow food. We'll do the water first. Let's do the water first. Through here carefully. Maybe that's why I'm more third person in the Farm Sim franchise rather than Cattle and Crops, where I'm mostly first person. It's because it's just easier to look at. That's a poop pit right there, is it not? I just think we could drop this right there, but tell you what, let's take this across the street. I'll just put this away right now. That's interesting. There's the workshop. How do we get in there? I'm just going to stuff this right here for now. And we'll come back for that. Okay. So there is that. Back to the store. And it's down here and to the right. Sounds about right. Timing on this is perfect because our Purbeck, I realized that our Purbeck save game was cursed. I feel like from early days, that save game has been nothing but trouble. So the timing is perfect. And I like 19, but I don't like it as much as 17. We good? We're good. I like the equipment, though. I have to admit, I like the equipment. I like the lighting. I feel like the quality of base game equipment is better and there's more of it. Versus 17. I kept my other save game. You know, I don't know if they transfer over. I read that the yards were different. They'd moved some of the yards around. Bullet Bill had moved some things around. I thought about just hopping in our other save game. But then you end up with vehicles like clipping through walls and buildings have been moved. But we had, I want to say about 700,000. Sir, golly. We had about 700,000 pounds of silage in the pit down at the BGA. And like a 250,000, yeah. 250,000 liters of digestate as well. So we had a lot of stuff to work with. Rather than starting from absolute zero. But you know what? I don't mind. It's all just farming. Yeah, I'm curious. Chellington is... Now, the thing that I notice about Chellington, if you fire it up, and I'm being very specific with my language here. I feel like Chellington is one of those maps that it seemed fantastic at the time, but I feel like our base of reference was not as big as it is now. So if they did bring that map back, I do think some things would need to be tuned up a little bit. Like in its day, it was fantastic, but map making has sort of evolved past it, if that makes sense. Like my favorite map used to be Bjornholm, and I saw somebody had converted Bjornholm over to 19. I hopped in it. It made me want to scratch my eyes out with a pencil. It was so bad. And it was identical to what I had played in 15. It's not, in comparison to contemporary maps, it's just not very good. So, yeah, I like the layout of it. And I like the farm. But I'm curious to see what it would look like if it was just brought forward to 19 versus being sort of tuned up for 19, modernized. All right, we want, is it, I didn't even turn it on. Where is it? It is the, there it is. Universal technology. Let's go with this little one. And we'll get this because we can use it for water or milk. We'll go with case red. Standard wheels, ag wheels, dark. I'll turn that on. And we do have to buy this because we're going to be watering our animals constantly. Oh, this is taking me back. How many times did we do this on Western Shore V1? Constantly down there picking up water. All right. All right. And we'll go fill this thing. I think I may need to go in and move some things around on my HUD. I feel like some things are blanked out right now. I'm not seeing my direction arrow, and I'm also not seeing the hookup box, right, to let me know I'm in the trigger to connect to an implement. I don't know if I have those turned off. Maybe I do. All right. And this is the Farmer Andy Coda Universal Pack. And it is converted to MR. There we are. All right. I forgot I put custom sound files in this tractor as well. Sounds like a little turbine. Oh, right. I've got overlapping key commands. My shuttle and my fill command for implements overlap. So when I shift from reverse to forward, it stops loading. Taro, what's happening, man? How's your weekend? pretty close to the same red. I feel like this is more of a... Yeah, this is more of a lipstick red. This is more of a candy apple red. Hot rod red. Once they get dirty, nobody will notice. Alright, here we go. More realistic with a water tanker. I love more realistic. I don't play without it, but it can be rough. I wouldn't say tractors flip unexpectedly. You can always sort of feel it coming, but they certainly flip a lot more than they do in base game. I'm fantastic, man. Thank you for asking. I'm having an almost perfect weekend. We'll see how my team does. But other than that, it's going really, really good. So right through there. Now, one thing I did struggle with in V1 was the loading and unloading with these tanks. I think some of that may be because I'm using the Coda Universal and it's got a lot of scripts. It's made by a German, after all, so it's loaded with scripts. But I don't know if base game tankers would work better with the tank system that Bullet Bill has installed, or if it was the tanks themselves. So we'll see when we get back there. I just always felt like they were competing scripts. Like there are scripts on the tanks to load and unload, and then there are scripts on the Coda Universal tankers to load and unload. And when you get in the trigger, they just want to fight. They just want to fight it out. All right, right through there. Hang on, let me stop and read that. I had to look at map quickly yesterday, my old save game, which is nice. My pellet factory was invisible, though. I wonder if he moved it. Like moved where it spawns in. Unknown. I mean, if everything else stays... No, I don't want... I'm tempted to. I want to do that. I want to use my old save game because we have so many hours in it and we have so much money on the map. We have like millions in play. But we'll do it this way. Fair's fair. And this will be more fun anyway. I was really at the limit of my ability to keep everything maintained on that other save game. Just too many fields. It would be fantastic in multiplayer. But for one person, it's a little tricky. Or at least to have everything ready for the next episode. This and what was the other one? The West Coast. The balance in those maps, what impresses me is that you have to drive so much, but they're not really driving maps, but somehow the driving never gets boring. Because I know there's some maps where you feel like all you do is drive, right? And it's just, I don't know, it's kind of miserable. And then other maps where everything is too close together, right? And you just feel like you're going 50 feet to do something and then driving 50 feet back. Bullet bill maps are always really spread out, but I find that the driving is not a problem. It's never bothersome. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just a little, I wouldn't call it like buyer's remorse, but I'm just thinking about the 225 hours in the other save game. But no, I think this is the better way to do it. This is more, it's going to be more fun, I think. And our water tank is, oh, that's nice. We can go right in there. It's blue. Is that a water tank? Or is that, that's a water tank right there. Okay. So let's do this. Rather than putting the water in the storage tank first, let's try and fill the cows up first. Yeah, that's storage across the lane. All right, so now, let's see if I remember how all this goes. And I see a faucet back there. Stand by. Moment, please. So do we have to... Can't get through here, can we? No, cannot get through here. That's going to be food. Do we need to come all the way in here? No. Is there another easier way to get in here? Rockcat, my verdict is 19. I'm sorry, 17. 17 in the pasture. I think this is it here, but there's a quicker way to get into it, and it is around this way. I mean, I say quicker, marginally. Rockcat, I would say 17. Probably 60-40, 70-30. There are some things to like about 19. But I think 17 is superior product. Oh, wow, I just noticed it's already 6 o'clock. And we're, it's because we're on 15x time, not 5x. All right, let me back that down. So what time is our animals for today? Because the... All right, and the store is closed as well. So we'll sleep through the night. We'll start over for tomorrow morning. Oh, this is so nice. It really, really is. It's so immersive. Do we need to back? We need to back all the way. Can we turn around in here? I feel like we need to... Where is it? Where are we going? What's his name again? Where are we going? Right there. Okay. Sim dashboard. The only thing I've ever used it for is iRacing. Never thought to use it for farm sim. Now, can you put all your panels on there? And, yep, there's your trigger. Okay. Okay. I was one. Okay. Yeah, too many scripts. Let me read this. Dynamics guy's great. No, I don't think it does. Okay, Hank. Yeah, I'll definitely take a look. So, Rockcat, we're using SkySwap mod, which I think has... It doesn't have procedurally generated clouds or anything like 19, but I want to say it comes in, it's a gig of skyboxes. Yeah. What Taro said, SkySwap and the packages, it's a gig of skyboxes, and I want to say that there are so many in there that it's not likely that you would recognize the same one twice. There's got to be hundreds of them. So that's kind of a workaround. I mean, it's not the generated clouds, but I think it looks amazing. All right, so around the back here. And it is, where is it? Man, there's so many entrances to this farm. So we're going to go back out here. Golly. All right. Right through there. And then right through here. We'll find it. All right. So let's get this loaded up. And then we'll park this thing. So I'm going to go right back here. Storage mode, load. Is that right? And then we want to go here. Turn on Universal Mini. Storage mode, load, left shift R, standby. There we go. Okay, we got it. Yeah, the sky is, I find it to be one of those things where you don't have to notice it very often, but when you do, it's amazing. Is that a good way to say it? Because I feel like a bad texture in any game, it's one of those can't be unseen, right? The first time you notice it, then you can't stop noticing it. We'll need to find homes for all this stuff, but for now, I'm just going to stuff this right in here. Rockcat, I don't think you can, since the clouds are generated. I think it makes its own skyboxes in real time. Alright, so we're going to turn this off. Get some sleep. So turn that off. Set the brake. Let's find a sleep trigger. Looks like we might have one over here. Nope. Hop over the gate. Gotta fix that. And then right here. Sleep. Sleep. Can we sleep here? Unknown. I didn't see a door. There's no sleep trigger? Or is it? Oh, it's Control N. Is it? Left Alt N. Yep, you're right. Thank you. I don't know how long I would have been looking for that. Probably hours. Hours and hours. Thanks, brother. All right. $4,000 for that broadcast spreader overnight. Wow, it's the wheels are sort of coming off here. All right, so we're going to head down there. We're going to buy a front loader and pallet forks and a bale spike. We're going to put a couple of bales and some cow food on the trailer. We're going to bring it all back here and unload it. And how do we want to do this? Let's, all right. Let's see how we do this. I'm going to leave the weight here, so we can have the front loader and the trailer on. Yeah, let's drop our weight here. All right, don't need that. And I think the store will be closed when we get down there, but we can just speed up time till it opens. We can also see what time the animal market opens. I want to say they both open at like 7 or 8. And we're on 6-day seasons. So nothing's going to happen until tomorrow. So we've got the rest of the day to work on that arable field. Here we go. Fiona, what's happening? Oh, that's next level. You're watching a video game while you play a video game. Fiona, are you hauling the Christmas cargoes? The holiday packages? And if so, did you get your... oh, it's skills. Did you get your trinket yet? I think it's just a skin. I don't think it's a rearview mirror dangle. I got enough skins, but I do want more things for inside the truck. All right. It's right there. Oh, careful. And we did get the, we've got the allo console on the tractor, so we need to get an allo front loader, and I suppose we'll get an allo bale spike and pallet fork as well. And I've got the CD models. Back before 4D models was 4D models, they were CD models, were they not? I've got their bale trailer, and we'll probably use that. I've got the Farmer Andy pack as well with the auto load, but I think we'll go manual loading. It slows things down a little bit because it takes me a minute to get stuff loaded, but definitely more realistic. All right. Through here. And right here. All right, so throw these on. Brake. The tools are. It's just the front loader itself, because I went with that allo bracket. 8 a.m. It's 6:30. All right, I'm going to accelerate time drastically here for a minute, just to get this open. And I want to say the animal market is the same. Where's Joe? What's happening? Yep, 8 a.m. Okay. Oh, this is nice. How are we? Oh, because we had 15x time on. We got to do an oil change on this thing as well. Oh, my goodness. It's already starting. The madness. All right, so what have I done? I left the engine running while we ran down the street, and so we timed out on our oil change. So I think, oh God. So I think now we need to go here and buy some oil. There we go. Is it 1? Is it 2? 10 liters, what is it, 2.5 gallons? Let's try it. All right, so we need to take this over here. You know, I'm so into detail on maps, and then I completely forget things like turning the engine off when I accelerate time. All right, so if we hop in here, go in here. 8 liters necessary. Left control T. There, done. I'm going to put this back because it's still got 2 liters left in it. So we'll put this over here. Done. And then back over here. I was going to say earlier, look at this with the fog rolling in. How does he do this stuff, man? It's the... I need to like stop talking about this map because if I don't, I'll just keep talking about it. All right. So we'll go right over here. Turn those off and get stopped. All right. We need. Okay, what? All caps? Unknown. Okay, what? We want front loader. Somewhere around here. There it is. So we want the allo, which is any of these. I think we can go with the smaller. Do the trimmer. Yeah, this will work. We'll do the little trimmer. There it is. That one, go black. We'll buy that. And then, yeah, like you said, these don't really matter. So we'll go back here. One pallet fork, also black. One bale spike, also black. And then we need one alpine map. Which one is it? What's the name of it? And we also want where's it going to be? Bale technology, is it not? Yeah. Here we go. And it is, there it is, the Brone 28 foot. Anyway, all right, that spawned in awfully close. Le Montagnard's right on. All right, I'm curious now. I want to check it out. And we will go, let's go third person for this. And I'm so spoiled on dynamic hose. All right, let's see how this looks once it's mounted up. All right, so right in there. Yeah, I'm not getting any dialogue to tell me when I'm in the trigger. And wait, what? Where's our bracket? Did we not get the aloe bracket? Hang on. This is very confusing. Stand by. It says we've got the aloe console. I guess we don't. See what happens when we put this one on. All right, that's definitely on there. Hang on. I mean, I don't want to like... Yep, it is Bone Crusher. And then I made a couple little edits to it. So if we go back here, Hello console. Why is that not? Yeah, and the delay, the delay is a little, oh God, the delay is a little unnerving. Yeah, I think there might be a problem with the Allo console. All right, so we'll go with standard. Who knows how far it's going to throw it this time. All right, so then we need to go here, sell that. Yeah, we just, I wouldn't say like wasted, but yeah, sort of wasted about 10 grand. That's not how you get ahead in this life, kid. Where's our base game front loader? Right there. I think we go with the little one. Vanilla fits to Allo. But is the reverse true? Does Allo fit to vanilla? I mean, it's not that critical. It's just a front loader. All right, let's try this again. Let's break. Here we go. Yeah, it may technically fit. You know, the joints may all connect, but I worry it would look, you know, it would just be sitting on there all goofy. It's okay. It's not super critical, and I can take a look at it off camera as well. Yeah. Man, this fog, I'm really liking the fog. It's a nice effect. All right, how does this look when it's on? Beautiful. All right. So now we need let's get backed up. And we'll start with, let's start with pallets because they're heavier, no doubt. So we want, I think we can just go with, let's start with 2,000 liters of animal food, cow food. 2,000 kilograms, 4,200. Yeah. All right. And we'll go with a couple of bales. Bullet bill maps. Do they have bale destroy triggers? I want to say yes. Yeah, they do. I can remember dumping bales into the barn at Bramble Lane. So we're good there. Okay. No perspective. There we are. Concentrating. When I get quiet, I'm concentrating. All right. Now, can this thing, is it going to lift this thing? Sigh. Hang on. So we go down here. The pallet pack, it is the Big Bag Mod Pack. And it's great because it's cow food, pig food, and manure and grass. And it's in all sizes from 2,000 down to 500. You can also look for Bag Brother. Let's get hooked up to this weight. Yeah, it's a good one. I mean, it's sort of cheese because you can have manure and grass straight away. But, you know, do what you got to do. All right, and drop that down. And I guess while we're here, we'll get grass too because the cows do require grass now. Better. Mo better. All right, very carefully. I don't. I've only got about, I would say about 90 minutes. Yeah, in the save game, and we're just getting, I don't even remember the name of it. It's the map all the way to the east, the dairy all the way to the east. We're getting that set up. Haven't even been back to Bramble Lane. Physics are already kind of messing with me. Come on. Almost there. We're almost there. There you go. Can you tell why I really don't like using the front loader? All right, there's one. And now we need some grass. So one of those. Yeah, it was a little distracting. Like if you were trying to unload the pit and there were cows just moving back and forth as you were doing your thing, hopping up on top of the tractor and clipping through. I had asked, I don't think I asked Bullet Bill himself, but I think I asked around in a forum if there would be a way to visually disable cows temporarily. So if you needed to be working in a yard, you could just universally turn off cows on the map. They'd still be there, they just wouldn't, you wouldn't be able to see them. Come on. There we go. You wouldn't be able to see them just temporarily. I never really got an answer back. You seeing this body roll? That is more realistic. It is unforgiving, man. I love it. I won't play without it, but it's rough. So careful. So careful. Come on. Get it? No. No, no. No, no. I can't tell if it's too high or too low. There it is. Whew. All right. Those are done. Let's get a strap on those quickly. Before anything moves, let's get a strap on those. All right. Now, we need... did I activate buy bales? Is it under pallets? Yeah. There we go. Straw bales. I don't want 8. I just want 2. Yeah, Taro. It's rough. Keeps you on your toes. I don't want 8, but we're going to get 8. All right, here we go. This is the rest of our money. It's just all going away. It's all going away. All right. So hop back in here. Hop back in here. And I want to drop this on top of this. I feel like these have never really stayed in place. Right? Like even when we put the straps on this, because it's an implement, it's like they never really... Hang on now. Hang on. Sir. What in the... Golly. All right. Perspective. All right. Even with the strap on, I feel like this thing, yeah, it's like the strap goes underneath. It never really captures it. So we'll have to be super careful heading back to the farm that we don't catapult those things off to the side. All right. Where's our bale spike? Right there. And what I'll probably do is just put 2 of these on. I'll come down and get the others off camera. We got stuff to do. We can't be dilly-dallying. All right. What side do we want to grab these from? This thing is kind of in the way. Yep. It's, I want to say that uses the straps. Like you park that thing over the bag and then you get out and manually connect the straps. Then that happened. I mean, what do you do about that? Oh, what a buzzkill. Oh, it's because we... Oh, that's entirely my fault. Entirely my fault. I forgot we had the weight on there. Oh, that's embarrassing. All right. That's the best way to do this. Oh, that is a buzzkill. All right. So we'll reset that. All right, that's there. And then we also need... you know what? I think we can get everything else manually. All right. So what happens when you get in a hurry? All right. And back in there. Come on now. There we go. All right. Mudrunner, did you get China? What do you think of it? How can we do this? I think this will work. Oh, that was terrible. I can't believe I did that. And I was all set to be, like, mad at the game, right? It's like you're walking and you trip over your own feet and you turn around and glare at the sidewalk. Who tripped me? Pro Strimmer. Alright, we may be able to flip this, we may not. I want to try to flip it because if we reset it, we're going to put the bags back on it. Alright. China DLC. Mudrunner, spin tires. Mudrunner, spin tires. I mixed the two up now. There's a China DLC for one of the two. And I thought it was Mudrunner, but I could be wrong. Oh. Well, now that thing's all out in the middle of nowhere, I can just grab those bales. But see, our bale spike, or our pallet forks, are not where they were. Spin tires. Thank you, Fiona. And I'm going to put these on the other side. Carefully. Not quite straight. Do a little better than that. There we go. Those two, I'm going to leave those where they are for now. Go around this way. I'm going to leave those where they are, so when we put the two on the other side, you just missed the best flip. All right. That was a little too far back, but I think we'll be okay. Maybe. I feel like it's all coming apart right now. Let's get it together here. Would you believe I have like over 1,000 hours in this game? It certainly doesn't seem like it at the moment. Yeah, this is... I feel like that one's not even on there. Hang on, let's just start again. Let's just start again. Wait a minute. The bales have physics? They have what now? Yeah, you know, I debated just going with the front-loading with the front loading Farmer Andy pack? Yeah, you know what? Hang on. We gotta save things here. It's all coming apart. Where is it? Right over here. And we want, let's do this one right here. And we'll go black, red, gray. Yes, yes. Yes. And yes. There we go. I got things to do. All right. Yeah, it's too... oh, and let's remember to do this, too. I can't get the bale off the front. I mean, mostly I just work around it. I do prefer auto load, I have to say. I know it's a lot of people don't like it. We want what? Bales. Round bales. Square bales. There we go. I know a lot of people don't like it, or they feel like it's cheating or whatever. I mean, it is. Technically, it is. But the alternative is, to me, it's just not worth it. Alright, so we'll grab this other one. I don't know what to do about the one on the front. I mean, just dump it off there. What I find is by trying to keep the... By trying to use a manual front loader to be immersive, it's like I end up less immersive because of things like this. You know, it's just, we're just making a mess here. I say we. It's not we, it's me. But it's turning into a mess. And then we can put these behind. So let's get this out of the way. Oh, right on. Thanks, man. I thought about putting UAL on the 4D models. 4D modeling? The 4D stuff that they've made for 17 and 19. I thought about putting it on there, but ultimately decided not to. I felt like that was too big a change to make to somebody else's mod. But yeah, this is... I find it to be kind of a buzzkill. And honestly, it's amazing to me that doing anything with the front loader is such an integral part of farming. It's something that you're going to be doing a lot of, and it's like they never really got around to fixing it. All right, so then we go, let me see. And then Y to unload here. Strap it up. Drop that. Yeah, you know, I can do it manually, but I need to go so slow when I'm doing it, and I got in a hurry tonight, and, well, you saw what happened. All right. So we're going to drop that. We're going to pick this up. We're going to bring this episode around. Right, like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the bale spike down here. When we get to the farm, I'm going to use the pallet fork to grab the bales. I know you can do that in real life, so we'll use the pallet fork on the bales, and we'll use the pallet fork, obviously, on the pallets. And so we won't be trying to carry anything down there on the trailer, because I feel like if it's not a bale or a pallet or something, the straps don't really see it, and it just flies off. Moment. Waiting for that to slide down the pallet forks. Come on now. It wants to slide. Yep, I've got it installed. I didn't buy one tonight, but I do like that pack, and I feel like they fixed it, right? Because I know when it was first released, it caused mod conflicts with everything. It was impossible to use it with other mods, but they brought it around. I think they made it a lot better, but I like that. I like the variety too. All right, so let's get this on here. And I am really making extra work for myself tonight. Is it? How's it lifting the front wheels? God, I don't even know. I don't even know. Don't like the camera on it. Yeah, I feel like there've been a lot of modders have tried that, like pipe cameras, and there was one mod that had a camera. It was like a rear view camera that was on the spreader, on the sprayer. Really, it's like sometimes it works, but most of the time it doesn't. Good grief. All right, this took about 5 times longer than I thought it would. Now what do we hit? The flag, really? Sigh. All right. All right. I don't know. I had really high hopes for this episode, but it is just going absolutely bad to worse. Not exactly. Not exactly. We got problems. All right, so we got a belt on those. I mean, it may take it. It may see the trigger. I'm so frustrated right now. You know, it was in the front, but then we had a flip, and we decided to go with an auto load. And if I had loaded the bales first using loaded the food first using auto load, then I would have had to load all the bales manually. So I loaded the bales first, auto load. And the only place left for the other stuff was on the back. Right, this is leased, so it's got to be taken back manually. Yep, I've got it installed. I thought it was turned on. Yeah, I know it. I know it. It's, I don't know. I mean, sometimes, well, it's like anything. Sometimes you have a really good session. Other times, not so much. You know, it's you feel like you're kind of fighting the game. And I feel like I'm fighting it right now. But we'll turn the corner here. We always do. Now, next question is, how do we get hooked up to this thing? And when we get to the farm, when we unhook, the same thing is going to happen. What can we do? What can we do? I know what we can do. I know exactly what we can do. First off, let's see if we can get hooked up here. Yep, it's not giving it. Okay, so we're going to set the brake. Check my style. We're gonna set the brake. And we're going to go here. All right. Wait till we get some air in the tank. Yeah, it's true. And it's, you know, the things that, I don't know, I would say the things that bother us. Oh yeah, I've had it. The things that bother us when we're gaming, it's sort of comical, you know, because there are some things that they make you absolutely crazy, and somebody looks in from the outside and they're like, what are you even doing? Like, what? It's not that they're... Uh-huh. Nothing is working. Not one single thing is working tonight. What really bothers one person when they're playing a game doesn't bother somebody else at all, and vice versa. And that is... It's fascinating to see the way different people have different takes on exactly the same sort of activity. I don't even know if I can get in there with this. I tried to get the biggest, heaviest thing I could think of. But yeah, you're right. It's just a game. It's just pixels. All right. Now. Yes, we can get hooked up. But that's only half the drama. It's going to happen when we lift this thing. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, I just go with the autoloader. I do. I went with this because we're in a live stream, but, you know, I think when you compare the two, like I said, it may not be realistic to use autoload, but what we're doing right now is not realistic either. And this is, unfortunately, this is about my skill level with pallets and bales. And as long as I've played the game, I just never got good at it, you know? And I know it's not even... It's not even a question of being good at it sometimes. You can hop into 19, load load a trailer with bales, step back and look at it, and it'll just start shaking and catapult the bales all over the field. And you did nothing. You know, you were nowhere near it. So it's limitation of the game, limitation of the physics. You know, so I feel like we'll have to meet in the middle. Me and the physics. And we want to... Is it here? Is it here? Thought there was a way to drop this down a little bit. Gameplay, what is your question? You know, I think most people use autoload. Most people use autoload, but they don't admit they use autoload. You know? I admit that I use it. I prefer to use it. But decided not to. And I regret it. All right. Are we in reverse? We are. So let's put it into forward gears and very carefully, take the brake off. And then begin making our way down here. When did I start playing Farm Sim? I started on FS15 right before 17 came out. I played FS15 for about 2 months, maybe 3 months before 17 dropped. And I bought 17 the day it was released. Okay, so you know how to mod UAL. Does it essentially just create a texture file with different bale counts that it attaches to the texture file of the trailer itself, and that's why they have no weight until you unload them? And I'm going to turn some lights on too. It's a little bit foggy, and I'm going to turn some beacons on too, just because I want to. Using the utmost caution, as careful as can be, we're going to make our way down there. I think I have about 1,000 hours in 17 and about, sir, I think I have about 1,000 hours in 17 and about 800 in 19, and then I don't know, maybe 100 or so in 15. Man, look at this weather. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, just before 9 a.m., and it looks like Mordor. I love it. How's he do that? Oh, nice. You know, I really like the bale textures from the straw harvest. If you use a straw harvest baler, the bales that it makes look different than base game bales. I do like that. Oh, and I remembered where I saw the striped bales. Oh. Okay, so UAL in buildings is the same thing like the wool storage uses. A couple streams ago in 19, I was baling and I was asking about striped bales. Does anybody make a striped bale mod? And people couldn't figure out why you would make striped bales, and I was thinking, well, maybe it's for marketing. I know I've seen them somewhere. It was in it was in Dirt Rally 2.0 and WRC 8. They use striped bales for, like, I don't know, safety barriers in Poland. Oh, hey, Fried. So what just happened, you didn't see it, but what just happened was I very uneventfully and very smoothly and with absolutely minimal effort loaded up this trailer. Nothing happened. There was no drama, and now we're making our way back to the farm. So you didn't miss anything. And in fact, if you do catch it on the VOD, you can just skip past that part, because nothing even happened. I love fog in games. I would like to see more of it. Potion motion, exactly. Oh, what is that? Oh, it's a little... I saw that roof and I thought it was a conveyor belt. Like, oh, what's that? I know this map has the compost master, but I forget that it does. Up there in the top corner. And I know you don't get as much money as if you... Oh, as if you make silage at the BGA and then dump it in the hopper, but if you want to skip a step and not load up a pit and compress it and clamp it and wait for it, you can always just dump grass in the compost master. Alright. Oh, and I... Damn it. I put the time back to 1 last evening. I forgot to bump it back to 5. Oh, man. This has been a hell of a stream. I need to take a day off. I was going to take today off, but I didn't want to wait too long to stream the new release, because I know people get impatient. So I'm definitely taking tomorrow off, though. Alright, so very carefully, swing it wide. Right through there. All right, Fiona. Thanks for stopping by. So I'm trying to think of something we can... How can we do this? I was thinking maybe we could put it on a hill. I mean, I don't want to put it on too much of a hill because then we won't be able to... I know what we can do. I know exactly what we can do. Mm-hmm. Wait till you see this. You're going to love it. So if we go... Let's go right in here. All right, here's what we're going to do. You know, I do sometimes, but I don't have it running at the moment. All right, we're going to set the brake. All right. Cover your ears. So first, we're going to... nope. Damn it. We're going to unstrap. And that is... Is it here? Oh. There we go. We're going to unstrap. All right. Then we're going to turn on work mode. That loads the bales. Then we're going to turn off work mode. All right. Then we're going to go here. And then... No, not that. How do we move this? Left, right, home. So we want to go this way. So we're going to move this all the way back here. And we're going to unload. Then we're going to select pallets. And we're going to load them. And then we're going to unload those. Oh. There we go. No drama. Check Frontier Design steady. Oh, Fried, you've never seen 17 before? It's fantastic. Yeah, it's a fantastic mod. And that was sort of... Because it was a total tits up down at the store when I was trying to load up. And that was one of the topics, is using auto load. Some people really frown on it. Other people don't care. You know, does it even matter? What's the difference? And I try to not use it in stream, but I think maybe I'm done with that policy. Because what happened down at the store was just... It was... It just took way too long, but it's also... I feel like it kind of derails the stream. It's a buzzkill. All right. So there is that. The best way I can describe this game is it's just playing with diggers. It's adult people, full-grown people playing with diggers. All right. So we're hooked up there. And then we will do this. Let's at least take some TMR over. If I can get turned around here. Yeah, let's at least take some TMR over. Oh yeah, I know. I'm a perfectionist. I try to do everything as well as possible at all times, and when something like that happens, it's just like, you know. But what can you do? You know, you can't rage quit. You just got to work through it. And it is fun, and it is funny, and it is just a game. So, but I appreciate that. Thank you. So now we had a big weight on down at the store, and we could barely lift this thing. We've got a smaller weight on now. So let's see how we do. And we can just, yeah, we just keep moving back. Try to push that down onto the forks. Here we go. Stuck to the ground. All right, Fred. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. So I think we can go in through this sort of back entrance here. It's nice that there's pull-throughs on both sides, so you don't constantly have to be turning around with big trailers or bigger trailers. And it's this barn. It's not this one. That's the one with the milk parlor. It's this one over here that has the actual cows in it. Oh, it really wants to nose over. Stay with me. Stay with me. We got this. All right. And I think you can get to it. If it's the same barn. No, it's not. If it's the same barn from Bramble Lane, you can get to it from both sides. But I think we can get to it from this side. Maybe. Is that even a trough? What am I looking at? Yeah, it's taking it. Beautiful. Okay, it took the whole thing. So that works. I guess we'll put the grass in now. May as well. I didn't know if it would all fit or if we'd be going back and forth with pallets. But let's just dump all the grass in there as well. They've got water. They've got TMR. They'll have grass. And then we'll throw some straw in there for them. And we'll go buy 10 cows. And that'll leave us 45 grand. And with that 45 grand, we need to do really everything. We'll have to get crops in the ground, get them out of the ground. That'll be fun. All right. And we have to mow as well. Carefully, looking for traffic. I don't think there is any on this lane, but I know there's traffic on Bramble Lane. It's just really sporadic. Like, it doesn't spawn very often, which is a perfect detail because it's about the level of traffic that I would expect to see in that part of the world, right? Like that frequency. And it always catches me out because it's one way, right? Like, I'll think, I can make it. I can get down to the farm, and then I never make it in time. There's always a car. That one time that I try it. And that right, and there's a very generous trigger on this. As soon as you pull into the gate, it starts to take it. All right, and this, it took all of the TMR, but it only took about 1,600 liters of that. Right on. Thanks, Saint. I appreciate you. Just going to set this right here. I have a feeling once we actually have the animals on the farm, it may, the amount that the trough will hold could edit a little bit, right? And now we got to go stab a bale with pallet forks. That is a thing, right? That's done in real life. We'll go buy some animals, and then we'll go get, we're going to have to get a really small cultivator or a cultiplow, but so it goes. All right, right about there, right about there. And now that we have everything up here, I don't know that we really need that trailer anymore. So we may sell that, get some money back for it. That Swiss farming guy, how you doing? Yep, I thought about playing it a little bit yesterday, but I wanted to see it for the first time with all of you, so I waited until today. And it's amazing. It's as amazing and as impressive as it was before. Is this gate open in or out? Wrong way, wrong way. It opens out. All right. Oh, it's stuck. And I think it's right here, is it not? Yep, I think it's where it is on the other one. On Bramble Lane. So, brakes is off. Let's head in here. See if it takes it. Yep, sure does. All right, so how are our animals doing that we don't have yet? Interesting. You can feed them sugar beets too. Interesting. Okay. So water, they're good. Okay. Now, riddle me this. We gave them 2,000 liters of TMR, but it comes in as 750 liters of TMR and 1,200 liters of hay pellet, silage, and hay. Does anybody know about that? Is that unique to the geomod that we're using? Is that a 17 thing? Is that a seasons thing? What is going on with that? I don't fully understand that. I thought TMR always went in as TMR, but it seems to split it up once it gets to the trough. All right, we turn lights off. Lights are off. Close this gate, like so. All right, man. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Thanks for checking out the stream. And we're rolling. I'm going to drop the front loader, put the weight on the front, go get an animal trailer, and buy 10 cows. Now, has it always done that? Is that something the Giants put in a patch? Is that something that comes with seasons? I don't remember it always being that way. Or was it always that way and I just don't remember? And I'm going to put these separately, because we do still have bale spike down at the store. Always been that way. Interesting. I don't remember that. Interesting. Now, is it that way in 19 as well? Because I want to understand. I feel like, I mean, I don't know why it's surprising to me if it's always been that way. And I'm trying to figure out when I got disconnected from that being a thing. Because what happens is it gets out of balance. Oh, right on, Morton. I took a year off as well. I took a year off from 19. Went back to experiment with Precision Farming DLC. Which, I'd like to get an over-under. I want to take bets on when Precision Farming DLC is going to be adapted over to 17. I say within 30 days. Here we go. Yeah, Farm Sim 17 is the first franchise game I've ever played where I did not want to be on the most recent one. Oh, right on. I'll send my regards to Bullet Bill. This is an amazing accomplishment, as always. Best map maker that I know of. Alright, so we will we'll lease the CD Models animal trailer. And we'll go get, I think it holds, is it 10? 9? We'll get cows, we'll bring them up, and then we'll take that back down and drop it off, because we're going to lease it, and you have to drop it off at the store. So we'll drop that off. Grab a little cultivator, little cultiplow, head back up, start that other field, and I think we may call it at that point, because we've been going about 2 hours. I mean, I don't mind going longer, but we'll figure out what makes the most sense. Look forward to winter. All right. I mean, I typically try to skip through winter. But if it's that good. I read in the changelog that there were some things that only popped up in the winter. I'm guessing it's more than like a random snowman. That's been done, right? So we got to do something a little more impressive than that. All right, so right through there. And right through there. Carefully. And then right down here. Here we go. So we did get everything except the bale spike. Man, how long are my... I feel like I've got my tire tracks a little higher than they used to be. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know what the underlying code is, what the differences are between 17 and 19, but I do think it's a little bit more profound than just swapping over, making the 19 into a 17, and then you're good to go. All right, so we'll release that. Done and done. Get turned around here. And I hope, after all is said and done, I think we'll have about 40 or 50 grand left, plus we left 50 grand on our loan cap. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. We left about 50 grand on the loan cap, so we've got about 100,000 to mess with after we buy the cows. And you know what? I'm just going to back up all the way down here. I don't know how the council would feel about that, but you know what? They're not here. Here we go. You know what else is impressive to me about this is I've made edits to this tractor that we're in right now. A long time ago, I tried to make a map. And I realized it wasn't for me. It's not for me. But what I can tell you about working with a Giants editor is so many things need to be tested, right? Like every time you try something, even if it's something minor, you've got to test it. And when I see like the lighting and just the way everything works in this game, or in this map rather, I think of all the hours spent just testing it, right? Like try a little something. Nope, doesn't work. All right. Go back, test it, try something else, go back, test it. And how many times you had to restart the game testing it to see if it works, right? Does that fix anything? Is it going in the right direction? No, it's not. All right, start again. And what I just did right there is the workaround that I have because of that overlap in key commands. If I tried to use the shuttle, it would keep opening the animal dialogue. Does Crop Manager bring any new menus? I haven't seen one, and I don't see, like looking in the top left menu, I don't see a key command, whether we have the gamepad commands open or whether we have this. I don't see one for it. Yeah, there's a little town in West Virginia, Corinth, West Virginia. It's a little town on a river. The river sort of splits it, and it's got farm fields on both sides. And I downloaded satellite imagery and fired up Street View and was just kind of getting a feel for what it would take. And even sculpting the terrain, I realized was... I think, I would like to hope in time I could have learned how to do it. But it was... It looked like it was going to take hundreds and hundreds of hours and be very painful, very frustrating. That's not for me. It's another reason I have so much respect for modders and map makers. It's not just what they do, but it's that they would do it, if that makes sense. That they can do it. That they have the patience to do it, because I certainly don't. And I always forget to fix this. This trailer has an invisible collision on the front, so that when we go over the tracks, when we go over these tracks here as well, it is going to snag, but then I think we'll be okay all the way to the farm. Looking at the chat, driving all over. Hang on. Get it together here. Yep, right there. And I think it's likely this has been patched or updated. I just have an older copy. Blender modeling and Lua scripting. Yeah. I used to write PHP back in the day. I worked on LAMP servers. Well, I built LAMP servers back in a different era of the internet. Back in the before times, I worked in Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. And I wouldn't say that it takes over your life, but the level of practice that you need to be proficient, right? To be able to work quickly, you need to spend so many hours in it to have that, I don't know, to have the code and the things that you need to do sort of at your fingertips. You need to be constantly working with it to the point where I found I wasn't doing anything else. And if I stepped away from it, even for a weekend, to come back on Monday and, it would take a little while to get going again. So I feel like people that can read a Lua script the same way that you and I read, I don't know, like a newspaper story. So when I look at PHP now, it's just nonsense to me. But there was a time when I could read PHP and I could visualize what was happening. But I feel like the only way I was able to maintain that proficiency and have other language going at the same time, I mean, even with all the O'Reilly books, you just have to do it constantly, or at least I do, to be able to stay proficient. That's not me. That's the trailer. Small tractor, big trailer, but I think I need to take that collision off as well. So yeah, again, nothing but respect for people that work within these games and sims to keep them doing what they do for us and to do it all for free. Unbelievable. Fortunately, we don't use this trailer very often, but I really do need to remember to either fix it or download the update. Oh, I remember. The reason I didn't update it is because it's got my MR XML conversion, or the MR XML conversion from GitHub. So I can't just update it because it will overwrite the MR. I need to go in and manually take out that collision. Well, I don't really need to, and I think that's why I haven't, is because I don't use it very often. We only buy animals every now and then, I would say. Other than that, they can make their own. Oh, and where do we want to go down here? And this thing's kind of big, too. Let's do this. Let's go, maybe. Can we go through? If we can make this turn, and we really can, let's do this then. Can we back through? Back through. Yep, this will work. We're going to back through, up the hill, pull forward to driver's left, and then back into the trigger. I say that. I mean, that's the theory. Can we do it? Yeah, that works. So then we'll go out and then back. Okay. Hang on, ladies. You're almost home. So we'll get this open. Interesting. Okay. And I'm gonna hop third person for this. I feel like Giants Editor, it's a pretty solid application. I was able to get familiar with it fairly quickly, and I think it works reasonably well. I didn't feel like I was like Blender. I've taken a crack at Blender a couple times, and yeah, that's a handful. But I felt like the Giants Editor it's a lot easier to kind of wrap your brain around it. I thought I saw it. We're in the other trigger. Where is it? We keep going in and out of the slurry trigger. I want to be in the animal trigger. All right. I didn't imagine that, right? It is here. I know I saw it. They've got a debugger. Yeah, that's a nice thing to add. Okay, so that's slurry. What's the trick to this? I mean, okay, so if we go here, this is the animal trigger, is it not? Yeah, animal dialogue is right here. I mean, it's not here. It is definitely here, but then this trigger is right here. Yeah, that's the slurry trigger. This is the animal trigger. What's the trick? What is the trick? So if we go back here, and then here, I'm gonna try it one more time slowly. I mean, we can animal trading locked. Hang on. Interesting. Well, we can unfold. See if that matters. Alright, that's all the way open. Let's see if we can back up a little bit and find it that way. And I'm looking, anytime I see anything jump in the F1 menu, I'm going to pause and see if we've got our dialogue. I don't know what the trick is going to be here, because we go directly from the slurry trigger to no trigger. We can't seem to get into the animal trigger. All right, any ideas? I bought them at the animal dealer. I didn't think it mattered. If you put them in the trailer, I didn't think it mattered. If we go back here, yeah, I mean, we get the trigger here. I mean, I could try pulling all the way into this barn. See if that matters. So open that. You will have to choose the right farm for the animals you buy, even at the animal dealer. I have not heard of that. So if we go here, this is animal dealer. So were we at Hatton right now? So we're going to go back in here. Is this the Hatton farm? This is the Hatton farm. So you don't get an animal dialogue and you can't deliver animals unless you have the right animals in the trailer? I just want to make sure because I think we're going to lose 50 grand here. There's nothing we can do with these animals then. I'll drive around one more time. See if we can get this to work. Okay, so we're out 50 grand then. Because we can't, there's no place that we can unload the animals that we have in the trailer. Yeah, don't want to do that though, because then we'll have cows at the wrong farm. I mean, I can try to take them back down there, just unload them at the animal dealer, I guess. Right, makes the most sense. Now, my concern is when we come back up here, is it going to be any easier to find the because I mean, I guess what I'm wondering is, so the map is scripted in a way that the animal dialogue does not make itself available if you have animals for the wrong farm in the trailer. I mean, I'm not doubting you. I'm just trying to understand. Light on the front. All right, well, I mean, the worst that can happen is we got to figure out what to do with these animals anyway. So let's go back to the animal dealer and see if we can get rid of them so we don't lose the 50 grand. I think they're sort of like in space right now. Like they're not part of a farm, but they're not part of the dealer. The money is out of our account. But I think if we take them back to the dealer, it may go back into our account. Maybe? I don't know. So let's go find out that part first. See if we can recover the 50 grand. Then we'll buy 9 Hatton cows and bring them back up here. Yeah, this trailer is throw the tractor all about. So we'll carefully make our way back down there. All right, not a big deal. Living and learning. Right through here. Right through here. I can't tell if this trailer is lifting the front wheels of the tractor off the ground or the rear wheels, but it's skating a little bit. All right, and how are we doing on time? 2:20. Let's try to go. Jeez. Let's fight it. Let's try to go. Let's try to go 3 hours. So we'll go a little bit longer. Hang on, let me read this. Animal trailer should work. Split for cow, cow 2, and cow 3. Okay. So then... Okay. So the trailer's okay, but the animal trigger doesn't recognize the animal dialogue trigger doesn't recognize a trailer that has an animal type in it that is not accepted at that farm. Is that a good way to say it? Okay. I mean, it's different. We'll just... yeah, this trailer. You know what? Let's do two things. Let's try to unload these animals at the animal dealer and see if we can get our money back for them. That would be fantastic if we could. And then let's get rid of this trailer. I don't use it very often because I don't buy animals very often. Typically just like one trip every now and then. But it's not worth it. And also, that way we'll know that the animal trailer we have when we get back to the farm, we'll know that it works. Because it'll be base game. But I feel like I'm fighting this thing, and it's a bit of a buzzkill. So, let's get rid of this thing. After we get our animals back. Get our money back. I hope we can. I wouldn't want to start by losing 20% of our nest egg. Oh, yeah. I think we can just trade these right back to the animal dealer. I'm hopeful. Fingers are crossed. But I think at this point, like, rather than the animals being on a farm and we're selling them off the farm, I think the animals are just attached to this trailer and we're selling them out of the trailer. I think. Find out very soon. I've not seen that before. Or if I have, I've forgotten it. Man, look at these tire tracks. How long are my tire tracks? I know I got them cranked up, but that's ridiculous. Alright, so this is phase 1. See if we can get these sorted out. All right, so I'm going to do this first, and then do this. Yep. All right. So, well, we lost 30 grand, but 30 is less than 50. That's math. All right, and then we'll take this over here and get rid of this thing. Moonwalk, right back here. There we go. Yep, I'm on it. We got to get another trailer, and we're going to get the regular one. Just the regular base game. Whoa, there it is. That's this one. Right here. At least that. All right. Now, if we can't get into that trigger, I don't know. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Let's see if we can get the animals loaded up and head down that way. All right. Well, I know I was on Bramble before, so that's one. Hatton is the one we're on now, so the cow with no name has got to be for the other one. So by process of elimination, we know what cows belong to what farms now. All right. And then right there. All right, so we want to go to cows for Hatton Farm. Well, we get 6. 6, not 10. So it goes. All right. And it's going to be a lot more pleasant driving back down there without the concerns every time we go over a level crossing. Right on. Thanks, Morton. Hey, I appreciate the tip as well. I don't know how long it would have taken me to realize I had a, you know what I'm saying? I got a bad fruit type. It's not going to fit in that implement. See if this is any better. Yes, definitely. Okay. I'll pull some mods out. I typically start a save game with 10 or 12 mods running, confirm that everything is working okay, like all my realism mods, and then I add in my implement mods and end up with maybe 60 or 70 running. But I'll pull some out, things that I know we won't be using on this save game, like that trailer and anything else I come across. Right through there. All right, and yep, and then the last thing we'll do is come down and grab a cultiplow, something small enough that we can put it on this little Massey. Get started on the field and we'll call it. I wonder how long that field is going to take with a 3-meter cultiplow. Like a week and a half. Hang on. Take a look here. Also remember with seasons, remember to load and unload back to trailer and then unload again. Yeah, are you talking about the thing where the health maxes out at 80% and never goes any higher? I didn't know you could. I didn't know there was a way to hack that. Okay. I did not know there was a fix for that. I thought it was just realism that no cow was ever 100% healthy. Interesting. Okay. So unload to the animal dialogue, then load back into the trailer, then unload again, and that resets it. Gotcha. All right. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. And looking up in the top now, it still says animal trading locked, but now it says cows Hatton. So I'm curious when we get into the trigger if it then says animal trading unlocked. So essentially then it looks like Bullet Bill or whoever did the scripting for this, they sort of rewrote the animal dialogue script that is in place at the farm. Is that right? Is that a good way to say it? All right, and I think this one's not quite as long, so I think now we can just go up the hill and then back in. Let's try it. All right. Right up here. And then right back down here. Set the brake. Open that. Trailer regular Lewis script. I don't know what that means. You mean it has the regular script or it needs it? Okay, well we do get this now. So you said we want to unload, right? And then load. And then unload. Well, it's working now, and I don't know if it's the different trailer or the different cows or both. So it's possible that if we came back here with the right cows in the other trailer, it still wouldn't have worked, or vice versa. But I think we had the right cows in a trailer that we know works. And so it worked. I mean, it's a cool detail. And it's one of those things, it's like the... cows got to be right. Yep. Well, tripping over fences. I'm going to get rid of that trailer as well. But I know we had to have the right cows. I just don't know if that trailer was doing us any favors. All right. So now, back to the store. We're going to drop this thing off, grab a little cultiplow, and come get started on our arable field, and we'll call it. And I will finish that off camera. Next episode, we will be, I don't know what we'll be doing. Probably seeding that field, get some canola in there. Nice money crop. I mean, we could wait a little bit and put soybeans in. I think soybeans pay a little bit better than... Oh, but we got the crop manager. I don't even know what that does. I'm told it's makes you work harder, though. All right, here we go. I was going to wait and maybe put soybeans in because you get slightly more money for soybeans than canola. But I don't know if it even matters. And then we've got that great big grass field. Now we've got... I don't think we're going to have silage anytime soon, so we'll probably need to buy another pallet of food for the cows. But we've got plenty of straw for them. And I think we've got a decent amount of grass for them, so hopefully they'll be okay for a couple days. All right. And this thing is, what do we say, 130 horsepower, so I think it's only going to be able to move the smaller of the either the Lemkin or the Kuhn subsoilers. So we're going to be on 3 meter, which is fitting for this map. I think as big as the fields are, the lanes would put you on 3 or 4 meter equipment. So it's going to be slow going first season till we make a little bit of money. But we'll get some milk going. I think with 24 cows on Bramble Lane, I think I was making about 10,000 a day from milk. So that's $250,000 a year. That'll definitely help out. Our loan is immense right now. We have really no assets. We've got 1 grass field, 1 arable field, 1 tractor, and 6 cows. And we're like $250,000 in debt. So we've got a tough road ahead of us. All right. So right through here. And then right over here. Setting the trigger. I think so. Break. All right, Saint. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. See you soon. That done. Right back in here. And then right through here. We good? We're good. Here we go. Save game. All right. Pro Gamer 2018. What is happening? How's your weekend going? All right. We want to go here, and we want cultivators, plows. I believe it's under plows. 170, 140. So this is listed from the Kuhn DLC. This is listed. Yeah, it can also be used instead of a plow. Now that's 4 meter, 130 horsepower. That'll work. That will work. And then these are all straight cultivators. And I believe we're out on horsepower anyway. Okay. Let's do it. And let's say lease that. Yeah. Let's lease it because we only have that one field and we won't need to plow it again. No time soon, right? Not for 3 seasons, 3 harvests. So I think we'll lease this thing. That makes the most sense. Same with our drill, whatever we put our crops in with, and also combine harvester, at least for this year. In time we may buy, but not this year. Too broke. All right, and then straighten that out a little bit. All right, back to the farm. I mean, I guess I could say this feels exactly like the first one, and that sounds wrong, because I guess what it doesn't convey is that the first one was amazing, and this one is as well. It's just, it is arguably like the perfect UK style map, and you know, adding those new features to it, the crop manager, and I don't remember if the cows were specific on V1, but adding little details like that, I think it just makes something that was already perfect that much better, if it's possible. But yeah, I really don't think there's anything, there's nothing that I could think of to do to this map to make it any better. And that's always sort of my, I don't know, my benchmark for whether or not something is good. For me, obviously my opinion, but you know, when I look at something, if there's not a single thing that I can think of that could be better about it, you know, well, it's nice, but if it had this feature or that feature, if it did this, if it did that, I feel like all those things have already been thought of for this map and included. So it's as good as it was, and I think it we'll find things as we play that will reveal itself to be even better. But yeah, no complaints. It still plays unbelievably fast. For all the detail and all the things that are happening, it plays super, super fast and smooth. No complaints at all. The best farm sim map that I've ever seen. All right, so we'll get this guy going, and that's it. Yeah, because that's all. That's literally all we've got to do. Is get that field subsoiled. There's nothing else we can do. We can't fertilize at the moment. We can't do grass yet. And we could go on a map tour, but we don't have a tractor to do it in. So yeah, we'll get the subsoiler going. We'll call it. And I think off camera I may buy that little field, field 9-9, little rectangular field. It's sort of on our property anyway, so why not? So right through here, right like so. We'll head up top. This tractor is 130 horsepower. The subsoiler requires 130 horsepower, and we're running more realistic, so let's see. Oh my goodness. That I drove into a tree twice. What is happening? Are we completely like gridlocked? I thought I had a little bit more room. Oh dear. All right. Not how I wanted to end the episode. Just start a new save. Pallet factories where it should be. Okay, interesting. I wonder what happened to it. And I just noticed that we are running drive control, but I'm not seeing the, unless it's here. Is it control 4, control 5? Yep, there it is. I wasn't seeing the little indicators for drive control. I thought maybe I had forgotten to turn it on. They're there. They're just, we didn't have anything activated. All right, so that is, I guess that's, well, it doesn't really matter. Let's just start right across the middle. So that's 180 degrees. And we'll go dumb worker. I think we can turn this off. Turn on load. Connected field. Yes. Get to work. Moment. Hang on. So we do want... Where is it? There it is. So we do want four-wheel drive. Let's try that. Oh, more realistic. How long is this going to take? Well, they got a little speed going there. I did lock in the four-wheel drive, so we did get a little speed going. But yeah, this is going to be tough. No money, small equipment. Let's see how it all works out. All right, there you have it. This is the Western Shore v2.0.0.2, released yesterday on Simply Safe Mods. I will add a link in the description. I would recommend that you download it from Simply Safe. I think they are Frontier Designs and Simply Safe are affiliated, and that is where the modder would prefer that you download it, as far as I know. Come back. As far as I know, that is their preferred location for downloading, so I will drop a link. But yeah, do check it out. If you're into 17, if you're into UK style maps, I mean, if you're into 17 at all, if you're into farm sim at all, even 19, it is, I can say confidently, the best map I've ever played on, best map I've ever seen. I would recommend it. The Western Shore V2. All right, thanks everybody. Going to take tomorrow off, and we'll come back on Tuesday and I will probably do this again, either this or maybe X-Plane. All right, thanks everybody. Good night.